How's it going, Collecticon? Who are my Cowboy Bebop fans out here? Yeah, and everything else Steve Blum is in. We got a great panel for you guys today. This is the final panel of the day, so thank you so much for hanging in there with us. Once again, I am Poketris. If you're just joining us, I'm a Pokemon and anime influencer on Instagram and YouTube. You can find the entire panels from Collect. Check those out. Do me if you want to go back and rewatch any of them. I also post clips on Instagram. So feel free to check those out. Do me a favor, give me a follow on Instagram. Without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce our main man of Cowboy Bebop. We got Steve Blum.
I think it's time to blow this thing. Get everything and stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
It in today. It's on my back.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on your back now.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's how aging works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolverine too, you know. So.
How's the con been?
It's been busy. You guys
Yeah.
are amazing. You guys
Yeah.
have kept me very busy, and I appreciate it. It's been really fun. I love coming to Texas. It's been a while since I've been here, so
Oh, wonderful.
thanks for having me back.
How was the last time you were here?
I don't remember. You'd have to ask my handler.
Oh.
I have no idea. I don't even know what city I'm in right now. So
Well, Fort Worth for sure. I'm sure you're quite the world traveler with this kind of thing.
yeah, I do a lot of cons. I was doing about 30 a year, and now I live in Hawaii, so I can only do about 15 a year.
Oh, that's
So
a lot of flying.
Not quite as crazy as it
Yeah.
was, but it's a long day to fly.
Nice, nice. Well,
Yeah.
my first little, it's not a question, but a fun fact for you. Did you know that Tank, the intro for Cowboy Bebop, is the #1, according to Anime News Network, is the #1 song in the US out of all anime songs?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's Tank.
Wow, I wish I could take credit for that.
I know.
That's Yoko Kanno, baby.
You can hear. That's
Yeah,
the magic of
okay.
this panel.
I would never do that. I love Yoko Kanno. I'm a
Yeah.
huge fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I play it in my car all the time.
Oh, nice. They're an amazing band. Oh,
They
yeah.
are.
Oh, yeah.
Seat
Great
belts.
artists.
Yep.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you. I think. Thanks.
Yeah. And my first question for you is, do you actually like beef and bell peppers?
I do. Yeah,
Oh.
and especially when it has beef in it. Jet
Especially.
always forgets the beef.
Yeah.
You know.
That
Right?
Jet.
You know. Yeah. Where's the beef? That's what I'm always asking him.
Exactly.
There's a spike. We can't afford it because Faye just took all our Wulong.
So,
That dang Faye.
yeah. Dang Faye.
Those Valentines.
I know. I know. Can't trust her.
Now, did Spike's smooth moves ever inspire you in life?
That's actually a great question. Yeah, I grew up really insecure, overweight, and bullied. So when I got to voice Spike, it was like living on a fantasy that I was actually cool for once. So yeah, it actually helped me to build a little confidence.
Wow.
And I always tell my students at bloomboxstudios.com that
Yeah.
confidence is something most of us have to work on
Oh, yeah.
to achieve. And that show really set that in motion for me.
Yeah, it's a skill. That's a skill for sure. What a good role model to build your confidence off of, too.
Right? I know.
He's
I
just
struggled with that my whole life
Yeah.
until I was an adult. So.
Oh, I'm sure we all do. Yeah. Let's see. Now, there's been a lot of connections between many of the legendary characters you voiced, and I'd like to visit a bit of the past, starting with Toonami's Tom. You had probably the coolest debut of a new character ever on Toonami. If I remember correctly, I actually can't forget it. If I tried. It was a special episode of Tom's Adventures called The Intruder. Well, why don't we take a look?
Okay, wow.
I can't feel that door.
I don't think I can stop this thing.
Tom? Tom? Tom, can you hear me? Tom, I can't open that door. I need you on the bridge.
All right, this thing is officially making me crazy. Whoa, what's going on?
You were destroyed.
What? I got destroyed.
I can't feel that door.
Oh, hi, Jason Page.
Shout out to Sonny Strait for being
Yes!
the original Tom.
That was Sonny Strait. He's what? He's in Dragon Ball Z as Krillin.
He's in everything.
Yeah. And Usopp from One Piece, if any of you are One Piece fans.
Yeah, he's amazing. No, I've been apologizing to him ever since.
I was going to say.
He's a really good guy. I felt bad about that. I didn't really know what they were going to do until I got into the mix.
That's right. It was like a fan contest. The fans were supposed to vote on like what happened, but did you know any of the beforehand, or
I
did
didn't
they
know
just kind
any of that.
Oh, just brought you in.
No, the guys who ran Toonami at the time, Sean Akins was the one who approached me first, and Gil Austin, Jason DeMarco. Two of them are still working for the network. Sean moved on. But those guys contacted me after Bebop, and they were fans, and they asked if I wanted to host a show. And I thought they were crazy because I'd never done that before. And why were they going to waste their time on me? But they offered me free beer, so I said yes. Always say yes to the exercise. You get free beer and a show. Who knew? Yeah.
Life hacks.
Right?
Life hacks with Steve
Right.
Blum. That's awesome.
There
So yeah, that is such a crazy
Toonami. And
view, I suppose. And you've been doing Toonami. It's still currently going now, right?
every Saturday night, only
yeah.
Toonami. And now we have Toonami Rewind on Fridays at 5, too.
That's right,
So
yeah.
we're finally getting access to some of the licenses from the old shows, too. So for all you old school Toonami fans, we're bringing that back for you now, too.
That's the best. I remember waking up in cold sweat to tank at midnight as a child.
Probably
now-
got you in trouble, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, please apologize to your parents for me. It's my fault. I
And they
take
liked it too.
I take responsibility.
Yeah.
That's good.
Are you gonna take responsibility for the whole world there?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Now there was also a sequel to this Intruder episode.
Yep.
It was called The Intruder 2, where Sonny Strait came back.
Yep.
So I guess what? I actually have that clip too. Why don't we go ahead and take a look?
Sure, I like watching TV.
Give me Sarah.
No.
You'll have to do better than that, Tom.
Man, I make a really crappy bad guy.
You won't stop me.
That's the end of that one.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, memories.
You
Good
can really-
times, good times.
You can really tell the time difference on those two.
Yeah,
I
little
went
bit.
from standard definition to high def.
Yep, yep. Everything's improving except me.
Now, was there any planning behind that? Did you guys have any hand in that, or they just kind of pulled you in?
Oh no, I'm just
No?
a voice monkey.
Oh, still?
Yeah, I just do what
Oh.
they tell me to do.
Wow.
Even the game reviews, I don't play the games. I'm not a gamer, sorry, but I just read their words, and those guys
Oh,
are
of course.
hardcore gamers.
Oh,
So
I'm sure.
it's accurate for their experience.
Yeah.
So I just read the words. Yeah.
Oh, you got the cool voice.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for
We'll
that.
bring in-
It's the only thing I know how to do. Good thing I didn't go to brain surgery. That'd be really bad.
Well, you got a business technically, right? Right.
Sure.
Now, did you apologize? Did Sonny apologize to you for that one?
Nope.
Ah,
Never
shoot.
got an apology. It's
Well.
okay. It was fair.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
it was
fair
fair.
trade.
It's
Yeah.
even now. Even now.
Yeah.
If you guys
He's-
want a rematch, maybe next summer.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm available.
We'll host it here at Collecticon. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, why
Yeah,
not?
all right,
Yeah,
we
let's
got
do
it.
it live.
Yeah.
Throwdown.
You heard it here, folks. It's an exclusive now.
The vocal throwdown. Don't get excited. I'm not going into that ring.
Yeah. Yeah. No WWE
Right.
here. So I have one last clip to look at. That ties this back to Cowboy Bebop because you did something super cool and iconic at the end of the original Toonami block with
yeah.
Tom Ford back in 2008 when it was actually canceled.
Yep.
Why don't we take a look at that one?
Okay.
Well, this is the end, beautiful friends. After more than 11 years, this is Toonami's final broadcast. It's been a lot of fun, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you who've made this journey with us. Toonami wouldn't have been anything without you. Hopefully, we've left you with some good memories. So, until we meet again, stay gold. Bang.
Bang. That was so cool.
Right in the feels.
How was that? Was that a pretty emotional day?
It was awful.
Oh.
Yeah, we all cried. We recorded all of Toonami remotely. I worked in LA, the guys were in Atlanta, and I was working out of a studio in LA. And I didn't know that that was happening.
Oh.
And I walked in the room, we did that, and I went, wait, it's over?
Oh.
And we actually had a moment of silence, and I was weeping. I was
Yeah.
so sad. I'm so attached to these characters.
Right.
And even that version of him, which I know a lot of you didn't like, but to me it was still Tom, and he had the Clydes. It was a really fun time. But yeah, that hurt hard.
Oh,
but you guys
jeez.
brought it back on the air, so thank you guys for bringing back Toonami.
As fans, see you guys.
Yeah, I couldn't do it without you.
Yeah.
So keep
And you
watching
guys-
Toonami.
Now that came back because there was an April Fool's joke
Yes.
on Adult Swim.
Yes.
Yeah, and the fans were like, "Do it, bring it back."
Yeah.
And they listened a year later.
They didn't think it was going to do anything. They did it just as a gift for the fans, honestly. They thought it was funny and it'd be fun. And they got all of that content for free that night.
Wow.
And that night, I learned how to use Twitter because I think it was Jason or Gil, one of them called me and they said, check your Twitter because things are blowing up right now.
Oh.
And so I got online and I started responding to the fans. And I said, well, I don't know how to get it back on the air, but if you guys want to just, bomb the network, let's see what happens. And they actually shut down the website for the network with responses. And after a while, the network finally said, yeah, all right, you guys can have your stupid little show back, but there's no money, you have to do it for free.
Oh.
So all of us jumped in and said, yeah, let's do it.
Whoa.
And then we're getting paid again, so that was good.
Oh, good. I was going to say.
Yeah,
It's
but-
been quite a few years since then. I hope you got paid.
Yeah, but I mean, we were so lucky to be part of something that brought anime to an American audience that
Yeah.
wouldn't have seen it otherwise.
Had a huge impact.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And when you became the first Tom, that's around the time that Cowboy Bebop was airing in the U.S. for the first
It
time, I
was
believe.
right around that time.
Wow.
In fact,
Did
they
you read-
contacted me because of Bebop. They were fans of
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So that's
Yeah.
the timeline.
Yeah,
Wow.
and Bebop did not do well in Japan either. So
Oh, really?
They gave that show to us and said, just do something with it and try to make it good. And
Wow.
they left us alone. So now the lady who is my wife, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn,
Oh my gosh.
was our director on that show. Also played Julia on that show. Just made the show that she wanted to see and that we wanted to see. So we took a little extra time with it and made it as good as we possibly could and tried not to screw it up.
Wow.
And after all these years, people are still watching it.
Oh my gosh. Toonami, the ultimate passion project.
It's kind of crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
It
kind of
really
crazy.
did bring things together. I mean,
Yep.
that's how I saw Sailor Moon for the first time. I mean,
Yeah.
gosh, Toonami was such a big, for any millennials out here,
Yeah.
some younger Gen Z, or older Gen Z, I'm assuming. Yeah,
but
that's fantastic.
Bebop touched so many people in so many different ways. My buddy Logic just came out with a line of, this is
That's
one of
right.
the first pieces from his new merch.
Oh, check it out.
He has a partnership with the people who own Bebop, and I guess it's Sunrise. And he just came out with a whole merch line because it affected him when he was a little kid.
Oh, yeah.
And then he became this big rap superstar, and now he's got his own line of Bebop gear. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Just
Surprising
crazy.
how many rappers are secret weebs, you know?
Yeah, I know. It took a while to be able to admit that.
So many of them. That's awesome. So you've been in the animated dubbing industry for quite a while and seen it grow to what it's become today, of course. What's it been like for you to be in some of the biggest shows during a time when anime in the States was kind of paving the path to popularity?
Well, we didn't know who was watching these things. We were making these shows in Rubber Room, and it was only available on VHS at the time, so it was super expensive. I think it was like $85 an episode or something. So it was a very small niche community back then, but there was a pretty big sub community, and it was the subbers versus the dubbers back then.
Oh yeah, still
And
is.
So when a few of the shows started becoming popular, I ended up going to a convention in, I think it was Sacramento, California.
Oh.
And I had my life threatened because
Oh
they
my
were saying that we
gosh.
were ruining the art of anime.
Whoa.
And so I had stalkers at my house. I had to change my phone number. It was crazy.
Whoa.
So I never thought that it was going to take off to become what it is now.
Oh my gosh.
And for many years, I didn't go to the conventions. And then a few of my friends said, 10 years have passed. The audience has grown up. They've gotten used to dubbing, and dubbing has gotten better. And so they said, no, come
That's
to the
valid.
conventions. It's fun. I said, all right, I'll try it. Do I need a bodyguard? And they said,
Yeah.
no, dude.
Oh my
Just come and have fun.
I don't blame you.
And so I'm grateful, and now here we are all these years later. So thank you guys for accepting our version of
Yeah.
these shows.
Thank you guys, the fans. Gosh.
We do put a lot of love into it, so it's nice when people
Wow.
recognize that.
Yeah, kind of carried by the fans.
Yeah.
Well, I guess starting out, what a character development for fans in general.
Kind of amazing. Well, I love the fans, though. And coming to the conventions, too, just hearing the stories from everybody and how these shows and games have touched their lives has changed me on a cellular level.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that I was doing something of value. My
Right.
dad wanted me to be a doctor. He was a doctor.
Oh.
He said, what are you doing these stupid Japanese anime shows for? He goes, nobody's going to watch that crap. And he came to a convention and he heard people's stories about how these things got them through really hard times.
Yeah.
And he goes, you know what? He goes, you're doing something of value. It's good. I'm good.
Absolutely.
Get a backup plan so you can make a living at it.
You proved it. You proved it.
Eventually he did, yeah.
And now, of course, anime is just so mainstream.
It's crazy.
It's exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Cowboy Bebop's one of the most legendary anime of all time at
It
this
is,
point.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, huge. Well, I just have one more question for you, and we are running out of time, guys, so I'm sorry. We're going to have to cut it short. If you guys have any questions for Steve, you can go back to his booth there. You'll be for a little while longer.
I'll be signing for the rest of the day, yeah.
All right.
As long as I can stand.
Yeah, so make sure you go.
I'm going to try to keep
Say hi, yes.
Yeah, I will be
Really
wearing a
pulled through.
mask, though, guys. I'm under the weather. I don't want to get you sick, so I'm going to try to keep the con crud
Yeah.
inside the mask.
Oh, it is con crud. It's con
There's an
crud
in-
season.
Yeah, there's an intruder in there. So
Oh,
it's
no.
gross, yeah. It's gonna
Not
eat
again.
my face.
The third.
Yeah, don't
The
leave things in the
intruder.
fridge.
Oh gosh. So what's your music taste like? After being in the top 2 anime, that became some of the biggest soundtracks for lo-fi hip-hop in general as a genre.
Well, that's crazy. And again, I have nothing to do with that part of it.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm just a voice monkey, but to be on any show that has great music, I love music. I started in music. So to be part of shows that have a great soundtrack is always a really exciting thing to me, as long as it drives the story forward.
Right.
And even in other shows like Star Wars Rebels and Wolverine, the X-Men, all those kinds of shows have great music that goes along with it. And I feel like if the music is really good, it becomes another character in the show.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I'm just grateful to be part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And again, I wish I could take credit for it. Can't.
Yeah. Well, I'll allow you to.
Thank you.
Yeah, you heard it here, folks. All right. Well, that's the last question I had for you. Steve, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
All right, thank you guys for coming out, and thank you for your kindness. Your words are going to stay with me. I'm going to take them home with me. I really, really appreciate you all. And if you are interested in voice acting, check out my school at bloomvoxstudios.com. All right, take care. Peace.
Thank
See
you so
Space
much,
Cowboy.
guys.
Bang.